one thing we didn't talk about yesterday is Liam heading up this huge cast. What was like having him as an anchor?
Well, Liam is, he's got a kind of humble presence and a sort of deep, big-hearted kindness. And he's just a sort of calming influence on everybody around him at all times. So that's just a great quality to have on set. At the same time, in this particular character, Liam kind of really disappeared into Mark Felt, who's quite different than him. So that was also really kind of inspiring and impressive to be working alongside of him every day and seeing the way he was transcending to do his work. So kind of everyone else, it puts you on your toes. You know?
Now, I know you don't always play political roles, but obviously you're
pretty much these days, yeah.
Yeah, what is it about these kind of roles? Is there anything about it?
No, I think, well, I mean, I suppose it's coincidence, but people obviously see me walking around the Whitehouse and they think I fit the part. I've played a ton of roles in and around the Whitehouse over the years, my whole career. I've played the chief of staff to the president. I played the press secretary to the president. I've now played the president. I played special advisor to the president, and I've played an FBI agent before. Played an NSA agent. I've got all kinds of. I've done this. I don't know. It's like my thing, I guess. I should like run for office, or try to be in the FBI.
So I did something today. I decided that I would, because we already talked about Scandal yesterday. I decided I would put out the call for Scandal questions.
Okay. All right.
I'm sure you know.
I'm guessing you got a couple.
I got a couple. So we're going to whip through someone really, really fast.
You do know I can't answer any of them, but that's all right.
See, no, they're not bad questions. Okay. Hannah asks.
Okay, Hannah.
If you could describe the final season in one word, what would you use?
Oh, wow. Well, I honestly don't know. I only know a few episodes because we're only 4 episodes in. So far, how would I describe the final episode? The final season? Gosh, kind of transcendent.
Okay. When I asked what's one thing you've learned from your character?
Humility.
And Scandal File says, what item do you have your eye on set today?
Fitz's battleship.
Okay, we gotta make this about the movie, sorry.
Oh, right.
Shane says, how do you feel about Oates' journey ending with her choosing Jake last season?
Yeah, that was a little sad, but, what's a guy going to do?
Awesome, have fun today.
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
What are the key ingredients that make a great film? And what attracted you to this role?
The key ingredients that make a great film, I think, are characters of depth and complexity that really draw an audience in their heart, where the film really has heart. That's the most important thing, I think. And then a story that just, works and has a kind of freshness to it, even if it may be a classic story, something that, feels contemporary, even if it's not. It's very relatable. What drew me to this film was the quality of. I've always been fascinated with Watergate and politics, and this movie, Mark Felt, looks at the whole Watergate political scandal from a completely different lens than we've seen it before. It's through the FBI's perspective, because it's about the man who secretly leaked, to the Washington Post and brought down the Nixon administration. And for decades, no one knew who that person was, and he revealed himself about 10 years ago. So it's a really great story, and Peter Landersman did a great job with it. And also Liam Neeson is an old friend of mine. I'd always wanted to work with him, and Diane Lane is such a great. I directed Diane Lane. She starred in my first movie as a director, and so it was people I really was down to work with.
And what is one of the dreams that you have achieved that you're most proud of?
Raising 2 children. Yeah, that'll be it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
You don't seem to get enough of the Whitehouse.
I don't seem to get. I know. What's wrong? Why doesn't anybody get me?
What is it like not playing the president this time, but
It's very frustrating, especially when Richard Nixon is the president, instead of me. No, this was really an interesting film to be a part of. I've always been fascinated with Watergate. I lived through it as a kid, and given the political climate we're living in right now in the United States, we're having a repeat of the same, thing. So, a president trying to essentially control the FBI and shut down an investigation was what was happening during Watergate. And Mark Felt, who Liam Neeson plays, was very heroic, and he took it upon himself to make sure that that didn't happen. And the result was Nixon resigned.
And you already mentioned it, in that way it's very relevant today with what's happening going on.
When you see this movie, it's very deserving. Yeah.
And who do you play exactly?
So I play, Liam's character, Mark Felt. I play his sort of number 2 guy at the FBI, and he had two. Josh Lucas and I play sort of lieutenants who, when the Nixon administration is trying to, control the FBI, we're in lockstep to try and keep the FBI independent as it should be.
And you play a character or a person who actually existed.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Is that in a way more difficult than playing a fictional character?
It often is very difficult. I now don't. It's not as difficult for me as it used to be. The way I did a lot of research about Ed Miller. He's not a very well-known person, so it's not like everybody knows who he is. But earlier in my career, when I played real people, I found it very difficult because I felt this tremendous responsibility to be like them, and you kind of learn to let that go because we're telling a dramatic story. So.
And why do you think people should go and watch this film?
First of all, it's just an incredible story. It's fascinating. It's gripping. It's a thriller in that way. But also, it is so topical. It's a look back at history 40 years ago that's repeating itself today. And the performances, Liam Neeson's just fantastic in it. And it's a really good political thriller.
And there are a lot of biographical films premiering this year in Toronto.
Right.
Yeah. So why do you think that lends itself so well to make movies about it?
We tend to make movies, write books, and tell stories of extraordinary people who've lived extraordinary lives. Like Battle of the Sexes with Billie Jean King, and so biographical films. If they translate well to being told dramatically, there's a real dramatic story at the heart of it. It's a natural thing.
This is a